It's time. I have been dragging my feet for multiple days about making this video, but I can't drag my feet any longer. And so there's going to be some changes coming to my life, to my channel, to Instagram, and how I show up here. So that's what this video is going to be about. First and foremost, just want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you that are watching right now, that have watched my channel, that have followed me along on Instagram. I have just developed such beautiful friendships with so many of you. We have built a beautiful community here online over the last 10 years. 10 years I have been doing this in some capacity. And you guys have just been amazing to me and to my family, helping support us through your prayer and encouragement and financially the last 2 years. You guys know these last 2 years have been really tough for my family. Dealing with my son's medical diagnoses and all that's come with that, going to school full time, and you guys stuck with me through that process and just made it possible for me to be present for all of those things. While I got to like work from right here in my home. And so I am so tremendously thankful for you guys, tremendously thankful for the companies that I've worked with over the years. So many today, and that in the past, and it's changed in a variety of different kind of areas, crafting and oils and skincare and all these different things that I have been able to partner with different companies because I love them and get to share them with you. And like, what a privilege to get to do that. And it has been just such an amazing adventure the last 10 years. And I can't say thank you enough. But as you can imagine, things have been a little crazy over here, especially with these last 2 years. And I'm thankful that I've been able to be here working from home so that I could be present for my family during that. However, it's time for some change, and so that is what this video is about. This is what we're going to inform you. So a few months ago, my husband asked me to start kind of looking for a job outside of the home, and I was periodically throwing out applications and praying and begging God that they would not be accepted because I didn't want to do that. And I was throwing a tantrum, did not have a happy heart about it, and was just kind of digging my feet into the sand about it. But over time, my heart has been softened, and I've seen God open doors and see that He is making decisions for me, that He is calling me into something different. And whether I want to or not, I think it was pride. Like, I like my comfort. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. I love all of you guys. Um, and, it's been nice to work on my own timetable. That's been really enjoyable. But especially over the last few weeks, I've seen him increasingly kind of yelling at me that there needed to be some changes. So this week, I did accept a full time job, an office job out of the home that I need to commute to. Small commute, but I do have to commute. And so what does that mean for here? That means there's going to be some big changes. So I am stepping back from social media, for my channel. I'm not going away. That's not my goal because I do really love being here and sharing, but that's going to mean some pretty radically drastic changes here. And so my channel is not getting shut down. It will still be here so that you guys can access all the videos that are still here. But I don't necessarily have plans to create new content. I may kind of here and there pop in, but as you can imagine, weekends are really all I'm going to have. Sundays are church and family, and then Saturdays is going to be meal prep and house cleaning and all the things that I can't do while working a 9 to 5 during the week. And so, probably not a whole ton of new videos. And then Instagram is going to shift. In fact, I think I'm going to do some name changes and things like that. It's going to shift into just more personal. And this is one thing I'm kind of excited about. My goal is always to be honest. You guys know that. I share my life behind the scenes, the nitty gritty, whether it's pretty or not, I have shared it. But, there is an aspect of like curating your online presence, right? Because I was representing several different companies. And so, I want to be respectful and responsible with that. And so I have made contact with the different companies that, I've been on design teams for, and I'm stepping back from those design teams. And so they have been notified of that. I do still plan on trying to write for the Crafty Babe magazine, kind of see how that fits in. That will give me a creative outlet. I love writing for that. And that's kind of helped keep me up on being able to write, kind of in a more long form than just captions. And that's something that I only need to do like every other month or so. So I think I can work that in. But all that to say, I'm going to kind of move into kind of a more personal perspective on my account. So I maybe, one day in my feed will be, a picture of something I've painted or created, but then another day might be some bread I made or a camping trip we take, or, any of those things might show up in my feed. And so I'm not going to be stressed about trying to curate my feed so that it looks a certain way and, offers a certain service or anything like that. This is just going to be a giant step back. And so while initially when I started thinking about that, it kind of had like a pit in my stomach. I didn't like it. More so this week as God has just made it more and more apparent that this is the direction that I need to take. I've had such a tremendous amount of peace and kind of some excitement, like to have, I don't know, just some different parts of my day, different, I don't know. Things are just going to be different. And I know that many of you are going to be disappointed, and I'm sorry. It is that disappointed that made me like stick with this as long as I have, especially these last 2 years, as it's been so difficult with my family. I I love serving this community, and I'm so thankful that you guys have given me the honor to do that, and that you guys keep showing up even when I would kind of dip out for a while. Things are not as consistent. You guys have stuck by my side, and like I said, I can never thank you guys enough for that. So many friendships have been made here, and I'm not saying goodbye to those friendships. Like we can still chit chat and visit and do all the things. And I'll still be Bible journaling on the side. And I'm excited that that's going to change because I get to Bible journal when I want to, how I want to, with what I want to. Probably revisiting the tons and tons of boxes of older kits behind me that I haven't ever been able to fully finish. I get to go back and revisit those. And so, so many other artistic things that I discovered while I was in school, painting, and, I've been exploring with oil pastels and chalk pastels and photography and all these different things that I'm excited to have. I want to say have time, but I won't because I'm going to be at work full time. But kind of open up the space in my brain to be creative in those different outlets. And so it's not goodbye. It's just I'm going to be showing up in a little bit different of a way, and it is hard for me to make that decision, let me tell you. But it's important that I take care of my family and that I answer God when he's calling me to make changes. And he has been so amazing. I wish I could tell you every detail of every story of the miraculous ways that he has provided for my family over the years. But I think he's calling me to be an active part of that now. And so while there has been income generated through this platform, it's just not paying the bills anymore. And so I'm sure many of you guys can understand and relate to that. And who knows what the future looks like. If it'll come back to doing this in back to the way I was. In fact, the gentleman that called me to offer me the job was very concerned that I was giving up my passions. But I explained, like, I can't do all the things. I can't. And it was a giant pride pill to swallow for me to finally admit that I can't do all the things. And so thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'm still going to be showing up in messages, DMs, chit chatting with you guys, but we're just going to be a little more casual. I'm not going to be afraid to share photos of me in front of Trump Burger when I'm out visiting friends in Texas anymore, because I don't have to worry about any of that anymore. I get to just post what I want, when I want, how I want. Not that I haven't been doing that, but there's always been, a sense of responsibility that I'm representing companies and here to serve you guys. And now my social media is going to be for me, just for me. And if you guys want to come along for the ride, great. If not, I totally understand. Um, but thank you. Thank you so much for all that you guys have done for me the last few years and the encouragement and all of it. Like, this has been such a huge part of my life for the last 10 years, but it's time. I was an office worker for 10 years and then did this for 10 years. And now it's going to be another season. We'll see what that looks like. So try not to cry, but thank you so much. Until next time, even though I don't know when that's going to be. Bye bye.